Welcome back to Module 2. This is where we roll up our sleeves and learn how to tell whether a switch is actually doing what we think it's doing. In this lesson, we'll walk through the core CLI commands every CCNA candidate needs for verifying and troubleshooting Cisco switches. We'll start broad with show interfaces status, then drill down into the trouble spots, building out a practical diagnostic toolkit you can lean on in the real world. So let's lay out the toolkit itself. 5 show commands cover most of what you'll ever need. Show interfaces status for a quick read on port state, speed, duplex, and VLAN. Show MAC address table to see which MACs are learned where. Show IP interface brief for IP assignments and up-down status. Show running config to inspect the live configuration in memory. And show port security when you're chasing secured ports, violations, or sticky MAC entries. The pattern is always the same. Start broad with interfaces status, then drill into the problem area. Starting with that broad view, here's what show interfaces status actually gives you. Think of it as the switch's dashboard. Each row is a physical port, and the status column tells the whole story at a glance. err-01 is connected and negotiated a full duplex gigabit link. That's healthy. GI02 shows notconnect, meaning the port is up administratively, but nothing's plugged in. GI03 is err-disabled. The switch shut it down because of a violation, often port security. And GI04 reads disabled, which simply means someone ran shutdown on it. Once you've spotted something off on that dashboard, these are the usual suspects you'll keep running into. An err-disabled port almost always traces back to a port security violation, and the recovery is a simple shutdown, followed by no shutdown once you've fixed the cause. A duplex or speed mismatch shows up as a slow, error-ridden link. Make sure both ends are configured identically. Wrong VLAN means the device is connected but stranded on the wrong network, so check and correct the access VLAN. And if a MAC address never gets learned, suspect the cable or the link itself before going any deeper. Most switch problems really do come down to the port, the VLAN, or the physical link. Let's put this into practice. A user reports their PC on GI03 has no network. Start broad. Show interfaces status reveals GI03 is err-disabled. Drill down with show port security interface GI03, and there's your answer at your violation in shutdown mode, triggered by a second MAC showing up on a port configured for just one. Remove the rogue device, bounce the port with shutdown and no shutdown, and you're back online. 2 commands, root cause found. And that wraps up our tour of switch verification commands. Up next in Lesson 7, we shift gears into VLAN concepts, how to logically segment your network, why it matters, and how it all ties back to the interfaces we've been inspecting today. If this lesson helped, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. Full course is over at dargslan.com. See you in the next one.